You ever have one of those nights where everything just feels off? Not in a big obvious way, no flashing lights or eerie music, but just subtly wrong, like the world is slightly out of alignment? I had one of those a few months ago. Started simple enough. I was crashing at my cousin's place. Tiny apartment, nothing fancy. Just a single window with those cheap, off-white curtains that never quite close all the way. It was late, maybe 2 or 3 a.m., and I was half asleep on his couch. That weird in-between state where your brain is still aware of the room, but your body's already drifting. And then I heard it. At first I thought it was just the building settling, those random creaks and pops you learn to ignore. But then I realized it wasn't random. It was this soft, rhythmic sound, like someone shifting their weight just slightly. A step, then stillness. Another step, then nothing. I told myself it was the upstairs neighbor, but something felt wrong about it. It wasn't above me, it was closer, and not outside the door either. It was in the room. I opened my eyes just a little, barely breathing. The street light outside cast this pale, washed-out glow through that stupid gap in the curtains, just enough to catch movement. And there was someone standing in the corner. Not my cousin. He was asleep in his room, door closed. This figure was still, too still, like they were waiting for me to notice them. I couldn't make out a face, just the shape of a person, standing where the light barely reached. My heart was hammering, but I didn't move. I didn't want it to know I was awake. I don't know how long I lay there, forcing myself to breathe slow, even breaths. Eventually, I must have dozed off or blacked out. I don't remember. But when I woke up, the room was empty. The light outside had shifted, the first hint of dawn creeping in. I told myself it was a dream. Had to be, right? But here's the thing. Later that morning, my cousin looked at me weird, said, "You okay? You were talking in your sleep." I asked what I said. He hesitated. "I don't know, but it sounded like you were arguing with someone." And then, this part still gets me, he laughed, but it was that uneasy, forced kind of laugh. "Man," he said, "for a second I thought I heard another voice."